And here we are again. Day 38. We're going to go over Napoleon Hill's 6 definite practical steps to riches from Think and Go Rich. This is key because we've gone over, go thunk yourself in general broad terms, and I just say do these 6 steps. Therein, go thunk yourself, and you can follow them. We've gone over summary of Science Getting Rich, containing all the key points to the underlying system that explains all of self-help. Now, as I've gone over these things, we're going over them in hindsight to all the material I've covered since I wrote that book over a decade ago, since I started the research, has led me into these other correlative elements that tend to back up or to explain what we're running into. Now, what we go over now, and this is why it's this transformative program of 365 days of study of this material, review of this material. And I chose this out of a lark because, well, this is what I know. This is what I've spent most of my life doing, is just studying self-help, self-improvement in one form or another. And now at this age, I can go, well, was it right? Did I speak sooth? Does this stuff really work as I laid it out to be? The funniest thing in going over these 6 steps, I said, well, how many days is this going to take? It took 7 days to get over Science of Getting Rich. And I was struck by the first sentence, first paragraph, 2 sentences, that out of this, every person who wins in any undertaking must be willing to burn his ships and cut all sources of retreat. Only by so doing can one be sure of maintaining that state of mind known as a burning desire to win, essential to success. That's curious. It's curious because it's so damn true. Everybody's life is always constantly built in search of security. Okay, 99%, 97 or 99% of us are programmed to want, need, and require security in our lives, as well as approval, a few other things, separateness and oneness. So the point of this then is to be willing to throw everything away permanently. And only then, as he says, only by doing so can one be sure of maintaining that state of mind known as a burning desire to win. Now, the burning desire to win is an interesting point. Now, okay, take this back. Life is a game. It would explain so many things of why we're here. That 97% of us love nothing more than to watch sports, go to a mind-numbing program called work every day. But how many people are willing to throw all of that away? Every bit of it. Much as the monks give away their lives, much as the tradition in India where men of a certain age would just throw all their family and everything away and go off and live and search for enlightenment. So it's a key point that personally you quit everything as you knew it and reassemble things. Buckminster Fuller did this at a point in his life where he lost a child to influenza, and he felt it was his fault, and he found himself sent his wife and his family away, rest of the family away, and he was going to go commit suicide. But on that parapet of the bridge, he realized that there was a higher purpose that he would be foiling if he did so. shorthanded very dramatically. But the point is, can you suicide out of this life you've been stuck yourself into to go fulfill that purpose that you actually do have and have been sent here or have agreed to fulfill, or however you want to phrase it? There's a life purpose, a path, a journey you are on. And if you look up Joseph Campbell's Hero of a Thousand Faces, or Writer's Journey, it's been called, or the Hero's Journey, this whole body of work where people have analyzed, cross-analyzed, and made all these various truncated forms of his work. His work is great. And then, of course, you have the PBS videos, which are outstanding. But the whole point is, if you take that as a motif, as you take that as a metaphor, and then you take all these archetypes that he borrows from Jung, and throw those in there, then everything in your life then becomes symbologically as things you must deal with, work with, that are sent there to change your life. The shapeshifter, the temptation, the all these things that are there to obstruct or assist your forward progress. The whole point, can you see these archetypes for what they are? And that again then brings us right back to the point of, is life real? Which is really back to this point of throwing away. If you narrow down your focus to that 3% you're supposed to have your attention on, and down to the 1%, and then down to the 1/20 billionth of a piece of something, which is where you really have to focus on, finally, in order to be the success that is inherent in you. Are you willing to throw all these 20 other billion parts of you, or what you think is you, away? To the degree that you want success, you will. It's really kind of harsh and kind of very out there. But this is the point. If you throw away the physical universe as real and adapt to this idea that the mind and the spiritual side of you are far more important and far more powerful and far more potent than anything you've examined in the physical universe so far, then you'll start making some progress. It's outrageous, It defies all laws. It defies all practical senses. Yet, you may find it to be more true than anything you've experienced so far. The point of this is that it is practically the way to really live. People that are going to jobs that they don't like, coming home and numbing their mind with alcohol or some other favorite beverage, and entertainment, are not, and then finally retire, only to find out that all these, great government programs won't keep them alive, no matter who they vote for. They're going to wind up broke. This is a dead-end world. Nothing works like that. The system is not designed to work. It's designed to perpetuate itself at your expense. So this is the whole point. If you're going to have a job, then have a job that you love, or create the job that you love, and do that. And have a job that creates everything you want. But don't ever work for somebody or something, corporation, that doesn't have your best interest in heart, or that you don't love to do. Everybody should be paid to play baseball. That concept. Find what you do and find a way to be remunerated for doing exactly what you love. But are you willing to burn all your ships and cut off all sources of retreat in order to do so? That's the step you have to decide to take. Only then will you be able to be sure of maintaining that state of mind known as a burning desire to win, essential to success. He's not saying you become monomaniac. He's saying you're intensely focused down on the exact key purpose, the point, the stuff that makes you feel good that you could talk about all the day, but you concentrate on exactly what it is. and let all this other stuff go. Let it slide, knowing that you probably won't be able to get back there again, because that's the way it is. If you really want to be a success, you must concentrate on exactly these six steps. And the success, as Earl Nightingale says, is what you want to do. It's not what you're supposed to do. It's not what you're supposed to be, your parents or some other, or your teachers or some dead great aunt, always expected you to do. It's what you need to do. It's what you must do for yourself. Narrow down to that tiny, infinitesimally small particle of being that you are, that your being is, and you'll find out that that is not the way actual isness of it. You'll find out that the universe is that tiny, infinitesimally small, the world, the physical universe, the world, and that's how much of effect it has. You are this great expanse, this incredible expanse outside of that, which has, in turn, narrowed down just to fit into this little tiny game called, this planet Earth. In backwards part of the corner of the universe, and out in a galaxy that just sits there over on the edge of it. In fact, but in factuality, you are the universe. You are that galaxy. You are everything outside. And once you narrow down to it, that very infinitesimal part, supposedly you'll find the roles reversed. The world opens up to you immensely for everything. Everything turns your way. If you pay attention to coincidences, all of a sudden you have all these opportunities, because that's the preparation that you've done. That's why you're lucky. Luck is preparation, is opportunity met with preparation. If you narrow down to your purpose, if you figure out exactly what you're supposed to be doing, all of a sudden, all these opportunities suddenly show up. These serendipitous synchronicities. I'm sorry, it's just the way it works. And until you're willing to burn your bridges, burning your ships, cut off all avenues of retreat, then I don't think you'll ever agree with me on this point. But suspend disbelief for a little while and just examine it. I'm not saying how long that while has to be, but suspend disbelief and consider the possibility that 97%, 99% of what you've been taught up to this point is complete hogwash, tripe, and garbage. And start seeking out the real truth, the stuff you know that is true. It's what do you know that's true that counts. And that will allow you to win any game you want to play. Okay? Thanks.